Hi everybody, I am sure you all are keeping well and are taking care of your health also because exams are very close and this is a time to revise as much as possible. I am here revising one important topic, that is the sexual reproduction in plants, and especially for this double fertilization in plants, which is very important, and questions related to this topic can come. Maybe figure reading, maybe small questions related to this figure. So, by fertilization, we all know that it means the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete of the same species. So, here in flowering plants, fertilization takes place twice. So, we have to see and revise this how this is happening. So, you all are aware of this part. This is the female part of a flowering of a flower in a flowering plant, and this is the stigma style ovary, which is called the pistil, also the called the carpel. So what is happening and what is actually happened here? Pollen grains have landed on the stigma, and the mature pollen grains are developing a tube, which is the pollen tube, because there are so many substances here at the stigma and chemical reactions take place. And what happens? The outer wall of this pollen grain is the exine and the inner wall is the intine. So from the exine, one pollen tube will develop, which will carry the sperm nucleus or the male gamete nucleus. So what is happening here? Because fusion has to take place, the male gamete has to fuse with the female gamete, which is here the egg cell in the ovule. This you are all aware of this part. This ovary, and inside the ovary ovule is there, and in the ovule embryo sac is there, which is having how many cells? 7 cells. 3 at the base. One center one is the egg cell, and the 2 are the synergids, and then 3 at the top, which are antipodal cells, and one large cell, which is the central cell. So there are 7 cells in the embryo sac. So what is going to take place now? The pollen tube is carrying the sperm nucleus, which is now divided into 2. There will be 2 nuclei. One nucleus will enter through the micropyle and will fuse with the egg cell. So zygote will be formed. So this is the first fertilization, and the second fertilization is that the other part, the other nucleus of the male gamete will fuse with these 2 polar nuclei, which actually will fuse to form the secondary nucleus of the endosperm. They will form the endosperm. But fertilization is again taking place here by the other male nucleus, male gamete nucleus, with these 2 polar nuclei. So this is the double fertilization. One here at the base and one at the center. Now this you have to understand that the pollen tube has developed and it is carrying the male gamete or sperm nucleus, which divides into 2 nuclei. One nuclei will fuse here at the egg cell with the egg cell and form the zygote, and the other will fuse with these 2 polar nuclei. So how many times fertilization has taken place? 2 times. And how many times fusion has taken place? 3 times. So it is said that fusions are for 3 times and fertilization is for 2 times. So it is double fertilization and 3 fusions, that is triploid. It's also called triploid. So the flower has to be of the flowers have to be of the same species. In a bisexual flower, it can happen in a unisexual flower also, it can happen. But in case of cross fertilization, what is necessary? The flowers have to be of the same species. That you have to remember. So the after the pollination, the process of fertilization, how it takes place in flowering plants, this is all about the double fertilization in plants. So this you have to remember, students. So I am repeating again, pollen grains have landed on the stigma. Now there are syrupy substance or the sugar substance here, and a chemical reaction will take place. Some enzymes are also there, and a chemotropic movement will take place. That is, tropism will be there, and this from the outer wall of this pollen grain, that is the exine. As you know, they have a double-walled layer. The outer one is the exine, the inner one is the intine. So from the outer layer, the pollen tube will develop, which will carry the male gamete nucleus. But after some time, this nucleus will divide into male gamete nucleus, or the sperm nucleus will divide into two nuclei. One nucleus will fuse with the egg cell and form the zygote, and the other will fuse with these two polar nuclei. So fertilization takes place twice, and fusions are there for 3 times. After fertilization, this ovule will turn into seed, and ovary will turn into the fruit. So this is happening here in this double fertilization. So students, you have to remember this point, and sometimes questions come. They will give this figure, and they will number the parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to identify the parts, and the questions can be what is 1, what is 2, what is 3, what is function of 1 or 2, or how double fertilization is taking place, why it is called double fertilization, how many fusions are there, why it is called triploid. So this is what I wanted to revise, students. So I think this will help you in your preparations, in your final revisions. So with that, I am ending here, and if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and any question is there, anything you want to clarify or to revise again, please let me know. Thank you so much.